All right. When we last left off, the party had done a lot of stuff. And now back to what we're doing right now. No. The party came under the direct employ of Windreen and went along with her as a escort of sorts, as if she needed one.
I'm not an escort. I'm just a man of the night.
A vampire! Oh. Anyways, which ended up leading to Wynn needing to meet with the rebel leaders that have taken root in Millicent. So now we find ourselves invited to dinner with some old enemies
Hags.
of one of us. Is there anything you guys would like to do before dinner?
I wanted to throw up all my potatoes.
Yes, you ate a impossible amount of potatoes. Not physically possible for you to have fit that much potato within you. So your body is naturally rejecting it. I need you to make me a con save.
So -1 to the roll. Oh, 15.
Yeah, you lay on the floor, clenching your stomach. It looks like if you had fallen from a great height and splattered on the ground, but except it's potatoes instead of blood and viscera.
Just
There is blood.
paste.
You're doing the dying Skyrim animation. You see that hunter guy at the beginning of the game curled up on the floor in a puddle of his own blood, but it's mashed potatoes. Shivering, shaking, convulsing even.
It's
the potatoes had all my body heat in it.
It's the invincible laying in the crater thing.
Yeah. Nasty. Anything else?
Dying.
Okay, you die. So
Can I do that too?
Looks like Cardinal. Yes, you both die over instantly. You just lose the will to live. Life fades from your body. And then the Great Necromancer uses your body for infinite servitude.
I thought that she sourced all of her bodies ethically, quote unquote.
Yeah.
She didn't kill him herself.
Is that the qualification?
No.
Yeesh.
But if there's
I've already done my thing because I went to visit my parents' house, or what's left of it, which is nothing.
where your family home used to be,
Yeah.
and now a foundation only lies.
Slab in the ground.
So about 8 p.m. The uniforms look very new, but have you ever seen those Mexican military uniforms from the late 1800s? We have the epaulets with not epaulets, pontlets with the tassels on the end or on the edges.
Ah, yeah.
Sporting a coat of green with a undershirt of white. These green and white, they look more like mercenaries than anything. Wearing official colors, come to the Sky Shadow.
Like conquistadors?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that The conquistadors also had them.
Anyway, I get the picture.
They show up to the ship and escort you all to Hoodwin Manor. This manor is quite grand at first look. It's very common High Elven architecture with the green roofs and the white stone walls, but being near this building is very unsettling. Like, you get the feeling that you're being watched at all times. And some of you might also know this as the McGurney's estate.
No need to take notes right now.
Entering through the front doors, you're immediately assailed with the scent of fresh baked goods, the immense vibe of violent wealth hits you. This music is not very befitting.
Well, then change it.
I'm changing it. It's also too loud. No, that's good enough. Anyways, as you enter, this smell and this feeling hit you, and you see two butlers, identical twins, very old identical twins, speak to you in unison. Hello, party of adventurers. We are here to serve. And they bow. And
Do they have
when-
handkerchiefs?
Yes.
I'd take one and wipe some potato from my mouth.
They pull another handkerchief and lay it over their arm to replace the one you take. It seems like they pull it out of like a back pocket, but it's it's almost like a towel. This handkerchief. I see Noah is suggesting better music than what I have now.
Yeah, I just sent that because it came to mind when you were describing what you wanted. So
Thank you. Oh, it's so loud. Very fitting. Wynn bows and curtsies, and Perseus does not move. And he says, "So, where's the hors d'oeuvres? I mean, this is what they have at these places, right? Hors d'oeuvres, hors the little cake things. I don't know." And one of the twins says, "Right this way, if you'll follow me, Wynn and company." And Perseus puts like a hand on his chest, like he's clutching his pearls, offended that they addressed Wynn rather than him.
definitely sounds like him.
Just for a party makeup, it's you three plus Wynn and Perseus, Farron, and ELS. You head through these corridors lined with doors and our ornate walls, beautiful blue carpet, and it takes a good 5 minutes of walking through this estate. Not unusual for nobility, especially I almost said the French, the high elves of Millicent, eventually making your way to what looks like a banquet hall. And inside you
Guys.
see.
This is why I passed out all these scrolls of Thunderwave. We're gonna fucking murder these guys. Plans, thoughts.
Bad idea. No.
You get a swift
For
smack to
what-
the forehead from Win.
For once, Cardinal looks at you with agreement. I'm gonna bend down and be like, depending on how this goes, maybe.
What level scroll was it? I appear to have not added it to my inventory.
I think it's level 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
As you enter this banquet hall, you see that same Owlin man you had seen earlier in the day, accompanied by an older, middle-aged man and a very youthful-looking woman. And as you enter this room, they seem to cease their conversation, look at you all, and bow. Win and Perseus bow in return.
I
Or,
will
not Perseus, my bad.
Oh, okay. If Perseus doesn't, then I don't.
I don't have to
Pull
because
his
I'm
suit.
small.
I am not going to bow.
The Owlin speaks. Ah, here you are. Thank you for joining us for dinner. It is such a pleasure. Very rarely do we get to have such niceties after the felling of those rabble-rousing noble houses that once held so many things over all our heads. And you see this. You see the man and the woman, very almost puppet-like, giggle, and then take a seat. The head of the banquet table, not taken by this patriarch. Instead, the Owlin takes that seat. Come, sit, sit. The food will be here shortly. You're rather early, actually. You see Win and Perseus. She links arms with Perseus and takes a seat across from the unknown Lord and Lady. Presumably, Lord and Lady. Fuck. Go ahead.
I'm gonna like white knuckle down to the side. Take the farthest seat that I can take without it being too socially awkward.
Lord and Lady Montgomery. There is
I'm gonna
about
sit next to
7
Cardinal.
seats on each side of this table.
I'm assuming that they're sitting at the head of the table.
Yes, right next to the Owlin.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit like 3 to 4 seats back.
I will sit next to Cardinal. On the closer to them side. So
All right. What about you, Sinrose?
Is my dog here?
No.
But he can talk.
Sometimes, but no.
I don't know. I'll sit right next to the lady.
oh no.
And she whips out a fan and covers her mouth as she stares at you with these dead eyes. There's a flatness to her eyes that doesn't reflect the color of someone who is thinking.
Who is she staring at?
Sinrose, who is sat
Hey, do
right
you
next to her.
have a pillow I could sit on?
You see, she puts up her opposite arm and snaps. and you hear hurried click-clacking of heeled dress shoes, and a butler, pillow for your bum.
Okay.
And as you get up, he slides the pillow underneath you and pats it a little bit, pushes you back down on the pillow. This is a good softness.
Uh-huh.
Ah, wonderful. And he sprints away.
Did he seem like he was like panicked?
Very much so. Sweating.
Sweating from running or sweating from
You don't know.
the situation? Can I insight?
Go ahead, yeah.
What's a 23 get me?
It's a bit of both. You can tell he's been running for a lot longer than that command, and failure to do so would bring some great consequence upon him.
Figured. Okay.
An older
They have
human
treadmills
man.
in the back that they have to run on every hour of the day.
All the servants you've seen thus far are all human.
Interesting. I thought Millicent, right? I
Yes.
remember the city name. I thought it was all elves.
The Lord and Lady are high elves. As everyone takes their seats, Farron sits next to Sinros, and ELS sits across from you, Cardinal, leaving a chair gap between her and Farron.
Can I roll a history check to know a fun fact about Millicent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 10.
Millicent shares the same architecture as Terralyn.
Do you like Terralyn?
The lady moves her fan from her mouth and gets really close to you and whispers, "No." Do any of you speak Sylvan?
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Anyways, once everyone has taken their seats, the Owlin claps the hands that come out from under his wings. All right, time for the food. How wonderful it is to have guests, especially ones of such high standards. And he presents a hand to Win, which she places her hand in his, and he kisses her knuckles.
Does Perseus look mad?
He looks very impatient. He has his own fork, which is a silly fork, which is a fork he's bent many times. I was hoping to try this damn thing out already. Come on, where's the food?
Eh.
Um, the Owlin speaks to y'all. So, I'm sure you're wondering whatever happened to Millicent for all of you who have not been here before, and it would do the Adventurers Guild well to know the true history of the righteous war we have fought against nobility here, funded by the great Lord and Lady Montgomery. And they do that like that solemn head nod. As you know, the horrendous, the horrible nobility that used to be here, the von Heydrichs, dastardly folks, very nearby in state. Thankfully, all of them were cowards and fled their estate. They couldn't handle the justice that the people wished to wrought upon them. But justice did prevail. As you see, there are no heirs to the von Heydrichs left. Do any of you know anything about the von Heydrichs? Ever heard of them?
Have I?
You can do a history.
I'll see if I know too. Why not?
15.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't. Emertha, you don't know like this realm's politics that well. You've been here for a while, but it's like it's still. It took you a while to get used to the streets of Morncall.
Yeah.
But Sinros, you hear this name and it triggers a memory you've read about how the von Heinrichs have been one of the more influential families for a long time until the enchantment happened, where almost overnight after a portal opened near Millicent, did the leading families like the von Heinrichs fall and disappear. Their entire estates wiped from the map, leaving only like slabs in place.
My head is like facing EOS right now with like my eyes closed, and my hand is just inching closer and closer to where I've stashed my gun inside of my coat.
I was about to say, knowing that Cardinal does not like these people, I'm going to keep checking on him and assessing him.
Yeah, go ahead. Wow. Cardinal, either give me a sleight of hand or a stealth, and Emerthy a perception or insight.
I don't know that I'm actually trying to be
Sneaky.
like yeah, I would say that I'm doing it rather slowly, so it might be a minute before someone could assess what I'm specifically doing, but I don't think I'm trying to hide it.
Would I notice that I'm trying to keep an eye on him?
Yeah. You see him slowly reaching for something. You know where his holster is. You've seen him fight many times.
Is there anything interesting on the table I can try to direct his hand towards?
There's a lot of silver. Like, I'm sorry, silverware. I don't know why I said silver.
Is it particularly impressive?
It's very refined and expensive, but not like crazily expensive. Like a higher noble family might have the silverware, but it's not befitting a king, you know.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the fork, look at it a bit, grab Cardinal's hand that's inching towards his holster. I put it in his hand and be like, "Look at this thing. This is pretty nice. Maybe we should get some." And I'm just gonna give him that look like, "Hold it together, man."
We haven't even seen our house yet, and you're talking about silverware.
Farron clutches his pearls. Such expensive silverware on your salary? You are insane.
I'm clutching the
Why is there so much clutching? Stop clutching.
the fork like extremely hard. I'm just gonna do something real quick. So I'm assuming there's like a napkin or something on the table.
Yes, there's many folded napkins.
Does the Montgomery have like a family sigil or like crest?
Yes, it's a bear in like a curled position sleeping.
Is it already on the handkerchief?
Yes.
I'm just gonna test to see if there's any kind of like magical or anti-magical stuff. I'm just gonna minor illusion, like like a small patch of blood on top of the crest, and I'm just gonna like stab the fork down into it.
Yeah, the fork is not able to pierce the fabric, but the illusion does stick.
Okay, cool.
These are just very finely woven, you know, napkins. So they're expensive napkins. They're very, very tough for the most part. Depends on expensive, I guess.
Yeah, you're a single child that's white. You know, expensive napkins.
I mean, I know like Olive Garden napkins, if that's what you're referring to.
Those are good.
Well, they're much nicer on the skin than Olive Garden napkins. I've never touched an Olive Garden napkin, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean they're just like run of the mill cloth napkins. That's the only reference that I really have.
Yeah, same.
So
Yes, well, these are very nice napkins with a sigil on them. More like an emblem, like the coat of arms, where it's like a green and gold shield. Where it's a green shield with gold trim and a sleeping bear on it.
I'm not gonna respond or anything like that afterwards. I'm just gonna stare daggers directly at the head of table.
Which is a good thing you're wearing a mask.
You guys have potatoes?
Oh yes, very many potatoes. Very many. They're so easily grown in this realm. Anyways, the Montgomerys, they are, how you say, very proper folks. Unlike myself, I'm such a dastardly, garish fool compared to them. And they fan themselves with their fans. They are both holding their fans to cover their mouths, but their eyes seem expressionless.
Does my Book of Undead look bad?
Does your book of undead look bad? Like evil?
Yeah.
No,
The
it's
book
like
that has information about undead, does it look...
no, it's like.
Would it be a bad look to pull it out right now?
Would it be a bad look? Go ahead and give me like an insight. The book itself looks like a case study written by another like I don't know what the fucking profession's called, archaeologist maybe, and it's like documenting like different types of undead. What did you get on the roll?
5.
Um, yeah, this is like the best time. You could show them it. They'd be definitely impressed by your very expensive book because it's a book you got from school, so it's like marked up like crazily.
I wanted to cross-reference my book and the Montgomerys.
Give me investigation. You get a +5 from the book.
Do I have advantage from my glasses?
Yes, you're
Within
sitting
one-
very close to them.
Okay, so this is a +5 on top of this.
So
27.
27. No, the Montgomerys are not undead. They don't match the description of like a vampire or a ghoul or anything like that in your book. But anyways, good guess. Let us eat. And you see about 6 or 7 butlers come in with these giant plates above their heads, and you hear Farron gasp go as you see the head of a high elven man on a platter, preserved by magical means, made to look like the head of a fully cooked pig. Ah, new tradition here. The Patriarch of the Von Heinrichs. And it is the Patriarch of the Von Heinrichs.
I was gonna ask who's that, but you answered.
Are you saying that it's Josh? Are you serious?
This is the head of Aethys von Heinrich the First.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try something real quick then. While I am looking at um Dadius, I can't remember what I named him.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on him. It's an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Um.
Are you doing your thing with so you do it without components?
Yeah, because it's an enchantment spell, there's no vocal or somatic components, so it's invisible to others. Well, it's actually invisible to him too.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get this to work real quick. Why can't I roll these dice? Fuck it. Roll in person. Bring out the old box of dice that we never use. It's a 17.
That does pass.
I don't remember Phantasmal Force. I don't. Did it change with the new rules?
It doesn't. I don't think that much happens on a successful save. On a failed save, it would create an illusion that would begin to attack the failed target, but I don't know that it's actually created because it's just a figment of that person's mind. It's only perceivable by them.
Okay. Yeah, you cast a spell and no one notices the difference. Ever since we had slain the quite evil family of the von Heinrichs, we make sure to keep the patriarch's head on a platter, so that he may forever know his place and any of those who would come for him.
I'm gonna try it one more time, and if
Also-
not, stuff's about to get very, very ugly.
Also, I'd like to get a reading on Cardinal real quick because, again, I've been doing this the whole time, so now it seems like a great time to do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah. So you cast a
Gonna do a
spell.
cranial nerve exam on him.
Yeah, will this be an insight? Well, I'm in like occasionally
19.
glancing over at him to see how he's doing.
That does pass.
Would this be an insight check to?
Yes, it'd be an inside check. Win is going to
10.
stand up very abruptly and yell, "What the fuck is this?" And Perseus says, "Oh snap!"
Is this the first time we've heard her cuss?
Yes.
Oh shit.
A very audible gasp from Farron and even ELS go, "Well, Lady Dreen, it's nothing truly. Just a failed patriarch that tried to oppress the lower class." And Wynn pulls out her own fan and covers her mouth. "I can't believe you'd bring such grotesque barbarism before me at a formal dinner nonetheless. I will take this as an insult of the gravest manner, and I will take my leave." And she does a 90-degree turn on her heels, stares daggers at Perseus, and he shoots up, destroying the chair that was underneath him.
I'm gonna take that cue to get up and encourage Cardinal to come along.
I've fully unholstered my weapon during this. It's like out and at my side. I'm not pointing it at anyone, but it was just like instinctually I unholstered it when she stood up, and I was getting ready to fire.
Yeah, I had my hand on my sword hilt, but it's like, come on, let's go.
Farron assists ELS in standing up, and Sunrose, can you give me a perception check?
He is muted right now.
Damn!
Ethan!
I'm here.
Perception, please.
All I heard was yelling.
Perception.
20.
Perception.
20.
With a 20, you see both of the Lord and Lady. Fucking A. The Lord and Lady Montgomerys staring at Cardinal, and behind the fan, since you're since you're beside her and she's not looking at you, can see behind the fan. She has the biggest smile that could possibly fit on her face.
I'm trying to hide his weapon with my body. By the way, it's just like, come on, let's go.
Oh, I can't believe you'd leave in the middle of our dinner. Well, I see how it'll be, and perhaps future endeavors for the Adventurers Guild will be... Oh, I mean, for all adventures, they're dangerous. He chuckles.
You have advantage on wisdom saves still, by the way,
Why?
because I gave you enhanced ability for that.
That's only on checks.
I thought it was saves too.
And you are ushered out of the building.
Yeah, I went ahead and rolled a wisdom save just to inform me, the player, how Cardinal would act in this moment. And Cardinal is going to shoot at Dadius.
Okay.
So
Give me roll to hit.
okay. 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Would I get sneak attack on this?
Yes.
9 piercing damage.
You shoot the owl in the chest, and he slumps back in his chair and goes, "Ah!" And the fans drop from the Lord and Lady, and they have these hideously large smiles that go from ear to ear. And you see Wynn pull from her sleeve a crystal and throw it on the ground, and suddenly you're back inside of the Sky Shadow, and Wynn is yelling, "Start the engine!"
That motherfucker just did not stop fucking talking!
Now can I put 2 and 2 together?
Sure.
I do believe I finally realized what's going on, Cardinal.
And Percy's like, "Come on, we could have taken them."
Cardinal, when the time comes and we have enough strength, do you want to go after them?
I want to go after them right now.
Now's not the time. We need to gather strength. I will help you.
Perseus will put a hand on your shoulder, Cardinal, and go, "Look, you want to go after him right now? I'll throw you, and then I'll jump after you. We'll go right now."
I don't know that I can carry you, but I can fly.
I do like flying. And when is going up the stairs, it's like, "No, we already have enough problems. Let's worry about getting the ship. We may survive, but the ship is a little out of date."
You guys see that lady?
Yeah, there was something up with them.
You see engineers running around, and a guild, what looked like guild-endorsed soldiers coming out from the quarters. and filing upstairs with rifles in hand.
Wait, are we done yet?
I'm gonna like find the nearest wall and just start punching it as hard as possible to like keep myself from just doing something I shouldn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't like working for you.
I don't really have the I don't really need to be doing damage to it, and I'm just like full force like punching the wall as hard as I can.
The wall needs to roll damage on him, actually.
Yeah, to be honest, I have an 8 strength.
Roll damage.
It's 0.
Okay, well, yeah, it's 0. Never mind. Yeah, so you hear as you don't really punch stuff, so your knuckles just kind of splayed out all at once, and you're really reeling. The feeling of your tendons almost snapping.
Come here. I'm gonna take his hand and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
I'm just gonna fall to the ground and start crying.
Oh, this is one of those
will-
crying things. Okay,
I'll
gonna go
get down on the
upstairs.
ground with him and I'm just gonna give him a hug.
At this point, ELS will walk up to you and kneel down, supporting herself with her cane. I forgot how she sounded, but look, I've lived a long time. It's something. You know what? I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what you're going through. My father died because he tried to fly after he was too old and fell off a cliff. It was really sad. But in the end, I laughed because I knew he would laugh. So I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what that type of pain is. But as long as you got people around you who are willing to fight for the same cause, not really, you can do a lot. Now,
I mean, yeah.
help me up. I can't get up on my own.
I'll hold a hand up.
She very much like wrenches your arm and lifts herself up.
I'm gonna stand 5 feet away awkwardly.
I swear he's going to die by my hand.
After exerting all of that, you see a bunch of feathers fall to the ground. Oh. It looks like it's time for me to retire to my quarters. You all have a good night.
You as well. Cardinal. Just know I'm here for you, okay? If you need to talk, if you need to need help killing him, I'm here.
I appreciate that, Emerthy, but I think right now I just need to be alone.
Very well.
There's not a crow's nest on this, right? Josh.
It's a potato nest.
My bad. My mic was muted. You definitely know that if you
Is there a crow's nest? I don't think that. I mean, there's not sails on this, is there?
No, there's no sails, and if there was a crow's nest, it would definitely whoever's up there
yeah,
would be
I'll
hanging up for dear life.
You know what? Hold on. I'll just usher Sinros out of the room and leave the room to you.
Well, I was just gonna. I assumed we were like maybe on the deck of the ship or something. I'm just gonna fly to the bow and sit on the peak of the bow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You guys are below decks. I didn't
That's what I
specify that
assumed,
before.
'cause we heard rush.
Okay,
I heard something rushing up.
I'll leave the room and go do that then.
Okay.
Yeah. You get up to the top deck, and it has started to rain. And you see a bunch of engineers plotting a course, fixing the exposed exhaust port on the deck of the ship. It sounds like someone's doing work on a V8 engine. And they keep testing it every now and again.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit in the rain anyway.
Yes, your very somber sit in the rain is very often.
I'm glad you've given me my moment to go full emo. Thank you, Josh.
No, that's not working. That's not working. That's not working. Come on. Don't tell me what to fucking do. I trained in the university. Dude. We were there together, you fucking moron. What did I just say?
I'm gonna take off the mask and I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna look at it in my hand.
You don't see the mask in your hand. You see a mask of your own face, and it has that same sickening smile that the Montgomerys had.
I'm gonna just say like, "Are you there?"
And your face speaks to you. Your mouth moves and everything. I'm always here. You and I, one and the same.
I need help to kill those people. If you are willing to give me strength, I will do whatever you ask of me.
Anything's a tall order, but I'm not gonna turn away volunteers. The next time you put me on, watch. And your face closes its mouth and its eyes and fades back into the mask you once held before you donned it for this dinner.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hook the mask onto my belt and just sit. Conclude scene. Exterior deck raining. Bickering can be heard in the background.
You fucking moron! I can't believe you fucking know this.
So Emerthy got to Morincal at about the same time the various what's the word, refugees were getting to Morincal from Millicent. Would she have heard anything from them about the old nobility being oppressive?
So you came out of the Shadowfell before the uprising had happened. At like one point there was like a newspaper about it, and then maybe a year or two later, refugees started pouring out saying like, oh yeah, the Montgomerys are leading a revolution against the nobility and ruining our way of life and yada yada, stuff like that. Stuff that wasn't like, it just sounded like people bitching about something that happened to them.
But no one said anything about the old nobility being oppressive.
Not that you can remember. It was mostly people being upset that the status quo was being like shaken up, and like a bunch of people had to uproot their lives because suddenly the nobility are fighting each other.
Okay, so yep, definitely don't like the Montgomerys and everything involved in that. Good. Not just because they've upset Cardinal, but because they not good people.
They own stocks in Tesla.
They're working for Doge.
They have Dogecoin.
They have Trump coin.
Oh. After about 30 minutes of flying, Cardinal, I need everyone to make me a deck save.
Okay.
11.
Oh, that's a check. +2 on that.
17.
Great.
23. Cardinal, you're able to like, or all of you are able to like feel the ship suddenly shift, and like feel like it's suddenly like going significantly faster. And Cardinal, you look at where the engine was going off. It gets ripped one more time, and suddenly this.
When is this fucking ship a combustion propelled machine?
It's not. But you see a dwarf sliding across the deck past you. I told you that's what it does.
Nice.
That should cheer Cardinal up a little bit.
And after
Who
like
knows?
the deck has settled, you see him get up and walk back. I fucking told you, and he like walks right past you. Doesn't even acknowledge you or anything. It's like it's fucking pouring, and this guy's just yelling at this other dwarf.
Yeah, I got my in-flight entertainment.
And
Where's
like,
Win?
if you want to look for her, you can.
I look for Win.
Yeah, you find her in what has become the planning room. You don't know what it was before that, but for you players, yes, you do. It was the war room or whatever. What was supposed to be the captain's quarters.
Why did they change the name? The war room is the planning room. Just downgraded the name.
Because they.
What are they, fucking liberals?
No, it's more like it would be bad for business.
This
if the
damn
people,
woke movement calling war rooms war rooms.
It would be bad for business for a guild that like prides itself on being like very neutral, having a war room when there's a lot of civil conflicts. Well, they call them civil conflicts. There's nothing civil about them. That man's head was on a platter.
Yeah.
I kick the door to the planning room open and it slides open gently.
Okay, what's your AC?
12.
Immediately you are uppercut by a red gauntlet, and I need you to take 20 bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
Okay, Josh.
Is that not something Perseus would do?
No,
I
it
mean-
absolutely is.
Maybe, but
You all hear a
Still.
a thud. Like, you can hear it in the loud ass rain. You can hear a thud from below decks.
I mean, that's pretty normal here. I don't I don't care.
And Sinros, go ahead and take a long rest as you awake, seeing Farron holding you in one arm and pouring white liquid into your mouth from this decanter. Tastes like a sweetened milk.
Start spitting it out.
No. You need to drink these. You've just taken a full-blown punch and you're missing a lot of teeth.
I want potato.
Nope, this is the reteething elixir.
I would check out the thumping too.
I didn't know
Do I find this scene?
You see
do you want-
Sinros. Sinros, I also need to make me a con save real quick.
Mm-hmm. 14.
You're able to withstand the pain of regrowing your teeth.
Gross.
Yes, it is as gross as it sounds. Mirtha, you come over here. You see Sinros being held by Farron. A bunch of teeth scattered on the floor, and someone goes, "I want potatoes," and teeth are slowly coming out of his mouth, or where like teeth were broken, they're being forced out by a brand new tooth.
Here, let me help with that. And I'm gonna do Cure Wounds at 2nd level. 23 points of healing.
It has been a long time since we've had the proper healer around here. Unfortunately, he entered without knocking and was brutally beat down. Big style.
Have you learned about needing to knock, Sinros?
In Sinros, you're a good 20 feet away from the door.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Probably a good idea.
Right, anything else for this flight? Take that as a no.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
The sky shadow stays in the air until dawn. The rain has cleared. Landing in the water of the port of Morncall. Where is everyone out at in this morning?
In the
I probably
morning?
went to bed, but
Yeah. Do I get a long rest?
Yes, everyone gets a long rest.
Yay.
We landed at the port.
Yes.
I'm gonna run away now.
Yeah,
Just
we're
because
go ahead.
just because of Cardinal, Amirthi is going to prepare a spell she would have never prepared. Calm emotions.
That's
Okay.
so nice.
Can be
I'm
better
gonna
help.
hold my anxiety medication for my friend.
Yep.
All right.
It's like carrying an extra EpiPen for your very allergic friend.
Well, like, if you think about it, the combat uses to stop a fight from happening if someone you have agitated. Amirthi wouldn't do that. So.
Sinros, are you waiting on the deck to run away, or are you in your room waiting for like something to happen?
I went to bed early, so I prepped my bed with pillows, and I've got the invisibility spell.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You make yourself invisible, and you run off the ship unnoticed by anyone. In the morning, um, Murthy
What a
Cardinal.
dysfunctional party we have here.
Murthy Cardinal, you notice that Sinros isn't up to his normal antics. Sinros, did you take your dog?
He forgot.
No, I don't have invisibility for him.
So you abandoned Max, and so Max is in the room, sleeping on the bed that Sinros is in. So you only see Max and what looks like a covered up Sinros under a blanket.
Sinrose, come on, time to get up. I'll pull the blanket down some and be like, oh, look, it's a pillow. Cardinal, are you shocked?
I guess not.
Yeah. He did leave he left Max behind though.
When you reveal it's a pillow, Max starts howling. The
Max
painful
will
howl.
find him. Max will find him. He's not gonna run far. He's got tiny legs. Come on.
He really like, when big dogs don't know that they're big and they hit you with their head when they're sad.
Yeah.
So you get a fucking heavy ass head right to your gut.
Ouch.
There.
And you hear a knocking on the door.
Come in.
The door opens and you see a Wynn that you've never seen before. She's wearing leather armor with a few daggers in the rib sockets. not sockets. Like her ribs are lined with sheaths for smaller daggers. Throwing knives. I don't know why I'm saying smaller daggers. All right. This looks like it's your stop. The money has been paid out accordingly. Cardinal, I'm sure that you want your money paid out physically. Yes.
Is there anything that we can do about them?
Are you talking about the who?
Them.
Ah, yes. The Rebellion of Millicent is now a hotbed of violence. I'm sure no guild ships are going to be allowed in the airspace around Millicent. But I'm sure there's somebody who is willing to pay us quite a bit to put an end to this civil war.
And
I'm sure you.
If you ever get a contract to do so, or if you find someone willing to do it, please send it my way.
I was also going to say, would the guild? I guess I don't have to ask my question. I was going to say, is the guild going to have an issue if we go after them? But it looks like they probably won't.
Officially, the guild is not involved yet. I'm sure that's going to change very soon due to.
I guess the question should be, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
What
Go
we
ahead.
do on our own time is not sanctioned or condemned by the guild. Yes.
Exactly.
Perfect.
But I have to go meet my sister, so I need you off of my ship.
Yep. All right.
Fortunately, our companion has already snuck off somewhere.
Likely off the ship.
Yes, I figured as much when someone screamed at the sounds of very rapidly approaching footsteps when no one was there.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Let us go.
Cardinal, would you like your payment now?
Yes, please.
She claps her hands together. The payment for Cardinal, is anyone else getting their payment in gold, or should I just send it to your bank account?
I don't have a bank account.
Not you. I know you want yours physically. I'm talking to Murthy.
Bank account is fine.
Okay. Well, Cardinal, you'll find the full amount, and you see a gnome holding a pretty big sack of gold compared to their side. Here! Please take it!
I just like grab the bag and let it hit the ground.
It's not very heavy for you.
Well, even still. Okay, I just like kind of like.
Hold on.
I just.
Is it the 1600 gold?
Is it what?
Is it the 1600 gold?
Yes.
That's 102 pounds.
Well, it's very heavy, yes.
Oh, it's not 102 pounds. Hold on.
Yeah,
it's 30 something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just like gold coins, I guess. I don't know.
I see. I added a chest. Oh no, this is a barrel. That's why it's 100 pounds. I used a barrel for this for the bank account container.
There you go. I just grab the bag and let it swing down. I don't know that I should get the full amount due to my actions.
Look, it's fine. It is very likely that if you weren't there, we were going to use extreme force and maybe have a rebel state under guild control.
Then why did you make us escape immediately?
Because I can't ensure the safety of everyone who isn't me and my very capable team.
You maybe should have just left me to deal with my own problems.
See, your problems are my problems in a certain extent because you were on a guild job.
All right.
But now you're free to do whatever you like, And if you go to the nearest guild hall, you're all now registered gold tiers. Please go pick up your new badge. And enjoy gold life.
Okay. I'm gonna get Max to like follow behind me, and I'm just gonna dejectedly walk past her.
What a sad little boy.
Well, I mean, he's been through a lot, so.
Yes. Well, respectfully, and I don't mean anything incredibly cruel about this. Please get the fuck off my ship. I'm dreadfully late, and I really don't want to hear about it.
You should swear more often. It suits you. And then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. You both get off the ship. Cardinal, you now have Max following you around. What's next for you guys? First, what's Sinros doing? What happened to him?
Where's the nearest one of those places where you get weird dudes in bathtubs to send messages for you?
What?
Oh, yes. So you could find one, but Sinros would know that those went out of style when Bav set up all of the teleportation circles in the major cities. So there's like one really old guy, and he has really old water, and he has like an 80% chance of this message being successful.
Okay. I'm gonna have him send a message to Murthy that I'm not working for Win anymore. And I'm going to our fucking house.
To Murthy's house?
To our house, our property.
Okay. For the old man in a tub who is definitely naked inside that tub, but he's on a countertop, so you can't see inside of his tub. Reaches over. He's a little gnome. He's like, "Gold piece, come on."
Okay.
Takes your gold piece, sends the message, and Murthy, you get like a very. It sounds like if there was like radio static on a sending message. Of Sinro saying he's no longer going to work for Win.
Well, that's a given. The contract was ended. What the hell?
In Sinros, you go to the aforementioned property, which is it's a tower sandwiched. Well, it's like a tower that used to be part of a larger lot, but all the other buildings were like cleared away, and only the tower remained. So there's just like a bunch of blank dirt and like maybe some slabs of stone foundation. But this property is sandwiched right between the northern wall.
Again.
God damn it.
Yeah, he served my fucking dad's head on the platter to me.
This property is sandwiched right between the northern wall of Morncall and the supporting like wall of the College of Morncall. So it's not a really good
Basically
location.
right next to the college.
Yeah, you're like right next to the wall, right next to the college, and your tower is just high enough that you can't see over the wall.
And there's a Redwater Den next door.
Yes, you have to pass a bunch of coughing people to get there. Some
of
them
behind college.
Yeah.
Also, the plug's not going to be far away. That's good.
Hold on. I'm streaming this screen, so let me just do something. Hold on.
You're not streaming.
Yeah, you're not streaming it.
Because you left.
Oh.
Idiot.
Silly me. I'm so silly.
Moron.
That makes a lot more sense now that I think about it.
Also, I can't hear it at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's very quiet.
Very.
I'm sorry that it's so loud for me.
I'm just turning it up, and now I can mostly hear it.
Well, he turned it up. It was at 100% before, and I couldn't hear it. I don't know why it's so quiet.
I do have it at 150% now.
Okay, can you see my cursor on this map?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the wrong map. Map.
Well done.
You silly goose.
Okay. It's this building right here.
You know, I figured it was that one with how you were describing it.
Press control and then scroll. Yeah, there you go.
The scroll bar is at the bottom. If you want
Shut
to.
up. It's this one. So all that remains is the tower. Forgive me, I didn't draw the map for the tower. I was gonna draw it, but then I got the tail spire, and I was gonna make the tower and tail spire, and I couldn't figure out how to make tail spire work. But I will definitely try again another time.
Sounds fun.
Are you gonna let us customize? Because I've already made my Bastion and Tailspire.
Yes.
And,
the rest of the property is for you guys to deal with, like to customize or whatever. The only thing that I really wanted to show was like the tower, but honestly, it doesn't matter. You could knock it down if you want. I don't care. But you arrive at this property. You arrive at this property and you thunder wave the wall. Roll damage, I guess.
Wait, you thunderwave the.
He said we could knock down.
but do you want to do that right now?
Okay.
And also,
No.
when the range of thunderwave is only like 15 feet.
And you're
That would
gonna cause
knock
the
down
building
one
to
wall.
collapse in the direction of you.
Oh yeah, it would
doing
knock
that.
down the wall, but if it's a supporting wall, the tower is going to come down that direction.
Yep.
You just have to run the other way really fast. It's
have
a
to run
circular tower.
directly
You can just
away.
go around the tower.
No, I just have to run directly away from where I shot the thunder wave, so I will outrun the tower.
Fucking
You gotta do.
Prometheus.
You got to do the thing that all the people in the movie do when they don't realize that they can just move left. Just run directly away from it.
You arrive at this tower, which is it's a few decades old by this time. So there's a bit of moss growing outside on the outer stone. It is human architecture from what you've seen. More of like the not the human architecture you'd see in Jakarn, but more of the hybrid type from the collaboration of humans and elves in Morncall. The tower it's about like 3 stories tall. So it's about 40 feet tall in total. Not a very tall tower.
That's decent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically 4 floors.
I'm gonna, on the outside of it, use my ink to write some graffiti about how Wynn and Perseus are bad people.
Yeah, give me a performance.
Oh yeah. 22.
Somehow you get this ink and quill to look like it's spray paint graffiti. You do that like that very classic like bubble looking lettering saying what do you want it to say?
All my homies hate the guild.
And you like every now and again someone passes by and they go, "Yeah, fuck the girl. They fired me for killing too many chickens."
So when did we get there?
And you walk up to hear someone say they fired me for killing too many chickens. And he turns around to you, this human man, really short, scruffy, really dense, like curly hair. He goes, "Man, fuck you guys!"
Why did you kill chickens?
Excuse me?
Because I didn't like them.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff.
And Wynn said she doesn't care what we do outside, but clearly not.
Oh no, I was on the job.
I'm just gonna grab him by the scruff and lift him up and be like, what'd you just say to me?
Oh shit. You're a strong lady.
Do you care to say it again?
I'll say anything for you. I said, fuck the guild. They fired me for killing too many chickens. I was on the job.
I pull my gun out and point it at his head.
Oh, I'm gonna gently settle him down, and then uppercut in the chin.
I mean, I guess I'd do that at the same time she does that.
Yeah, you pull your gun, you put it right up to his head, and then your gun is no longer on target as he goes flying 15 feet back. Oh! Oh, damn! Oh, I'm dead as hell. Oh.
Is he dead?
No.
He's very much dead.
That was non-lethal. Come on.
Okay, non-lethal, that's fine. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Non-lethally, this guy has like 4 different fractures in his skull. He's missing.
Yeah, I mean, he might be out cold, but not dead. Batman style.
Yeah, Batman crippled this man for no reason.
But he didn't kill him.
I could see the deformities in the jaw.
And like a crowd has come around you, and then a bunch of people rush up to his unconscious body and start going through his pockets. Someone takes his shoes.
You know what? In the middle of them doing that, I'm gonna point at him and use Divine Spark to heal him.
They go, "Oh shit, he's awake! I'm alive, motherfuckers!"
Now do me a favor and piss off.
Oh no, I'm gonna follow you around.
Do I have to point my gun at you again?
I'm gonna pull out my sword and point it at him and be like, "You want this one this time?"
He walks up to your sword and he puts 2 fingers on one side and like tries to push it away and goes, "You can slice and dice me whatever way you want. I'm sure there's enough of me to go around."
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
It's a 14 intelligence save.
That's a nat 20.
Dang it.
No one's.
I'll do it again.
That's a 6.
He sees a chicken.
Damn, it's back!
And it's gonna run off into the streets and back into an alley.
And he goes, "Ay, ay, ay!" and runs away, and he looks like he's being bitten in the ass by like a dog or something, like in a cartoon, but there's nothing there. He goes, "Oh!"
He might just die immediately.
No, it doesn't do damage.
Oh, okay. You're gonna modify it.
Thank you, Sinros. You saved him from another broken jaw.
More like a bullet to the head.
Thank you, Cardinal, for having my back. I'm fine with people coming up and flirting with me as she sheathes her sword. But don't be a fucking creep. God damn.
Yeah, that guy was just looking for trouble.
You see a guy with a guitar and putting a paper in his pocket, and you spot says "Creep" by Radiohead. He bows his head and walks away. Dang it!
What the fuck?
No goth muscle mommy for me.
Dude, you tried to execute that joke way too fast. The punchline blended in with the setup.
Did it need to be that great? Just like the song, it's very overrated.
So, we're at the tower now.
Yes, you see this tower. It's very sturdy in its construction. It has a very slender shaft And
Nice.
a very wide loft at the top with a few dozen supports driving into its shaft. Inside, who's going in first?
I don't know. I do know at one point we go up to Senra and be like, you do know we stopped working for them basically as soon as we got into port, right?
I didn't do that.
Well, they've already given you your money.
Yeah. Done. We're not working for them anymore. The running away was completely unnecessary, my friend.
You are officially 1,600 gold pieces richer.
That is assuming he got paid because he did run away.
I'm sure they paid him.
At this point, Sinris...
I think I do, but she was like trying to like jab at him a little.
At this point, Sinris, you get in your head a very fuzzy, radio staticky message of, "Boy, we're 1,600 gold pieces richer. We're gonna move."
I didn't use my new account.
That is right. Never mind. You don't get that message. Instead, you get the message, "Boy, I think they removed you from my account from the bank, and I definitely don't know how to put you back on there, so it looks like you're on your own. Don't ask me for money. Love you. Bye."
Ouch.
Oh,
Well.
let's go check out the tower, and then I guess I have to go tell my family I'm moving out. Oh, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I'll go inside.
Yeah, make me a deck save.
17.
Sorry, is it booby trapped?
17, you open the door and are about to walk in, and you narrowly dodge a big-ass spider web. And it has one of those really scary, spindly spiders that you don't know what species it is. It's like a pitch black spider, but it doesn't have like the red hourglass on it, so it's not a black widow, but it's like too scary to brisk it.
And then
I'm just gonna let out a curse in Abyssal as I like duck it.
You fall because the floor collapses underneath you into a lava pit.
It's a good thing I can fly and I'm resistant to fire.
Well, as you stumble in, you notice that there's there's natural light coming in through an arrow slit in the wall. But it's very dingy, very dark. The floor and the ceiling are both made of stone and mortar.
Is there any furniture?
No, it's completely bare. The first floor is a very small room, mostly taken up by the stairs that spiral upwards. And the second and third floor are of the same configuration, where it's mostly just like stops where they stopped building the tower and then started again on the next set of stairs.
I'm gonna minor illusion and make a gnome-sized chair.
There's a gnome-sized chair.
And then I'm gonna fake sit in it.
I need you to make me a either an athletics or a con check.
Athletics, huh? Oh yeah.
Are you making him roll to do like chair squats?
Yes. And Mirtha, you're staring at not staring, but you look at Sinros, and sweat is just pouring down his face. But he's holding this. He's like sitting in a chair very comfortably, but he's so sweaty. He's like dripping.
I'm gonna hold up my hand and go for a fist bump.
Watch the spider web.
Yeah, the spiderweb was too tall for me to even notice.
Yeah, I didn't even bother warning you.
Yeah, Cardinal went straight upstairs and didn't say a thing, but you did. You noticed him like duck under something.
Yeah, I'll. Is the spider poisonous?
I didn't go
Or
upstairs.
look like it's poisonous?
Give me an intelligence check. There's a lot of coughing people around your tower. 10, you don't know. It's a scary looking spider. Scary spiders are definitely venomous.
Well, either way, I'm wearing gauntlets. I'm gonna scoop it up and carry it outside.
Yeah, and you place it on the ground, and you look down at the spider, and you see it take one of its legs and shake it at you angrily, and it walks off.
Cardinal, you have to every couple of weeks or so you have to go outside and shoot your gun to keep the property value low so we don't have to pay rent.
I don't think that I need to worry about keeping the property value low.
What rent? We own the joint, don't we?
Well, we probably pay tax.
Taxes. That's a thing.
Knock, knock, knock. This is a nice place you got here.
I shoot my gun.
Not the first time.
Well, so I'm gonna turn.
No
to the voice.
soliciting.
Go away.
Oh, no. You'll want to hear from me. Adventurers who now have real estate.
I'm gonna start prestidigitating, like cleaning the downstairs.
Oh boy, look at that. You're already sprucing the place up.
The door
This
is
guy needs
closed.
to roll a wisdom save against being asleep.
Oh, are you casting sleep on him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I dropped the dice.
It's a 14 wisdom.
That's a dirty 20.
Dang it.
Come on there, Sinrose.
I'm hopped up on success. I'm the old property manager, and the guild scooped up this place from me. I was in the middle of renovating, and I wanted to see who the new owners looked like.
Josh just wanted to accost us today.
You guys are just blasting through everything I had planned, and we're like...
Is he on our porch?
No, he's let himself in. Wow, I haven't been in this room in about 7 months.
This is worse than the landlord coming into my house.
Oh, I'm not a landlord. I have no stake in this property, but I do have a business opportunity for you.
I'm gonna shoot you.
I dare you, but you'll want to hear my amazing offer first.
Let the cheesy salesman sell. I can always escort him off the property if he's a problem.
Cheesy, yes. Handsome, even yes, sir.
Debatable.
All right, I'll take it. He closes the door. All right.
How did you get in here? We didn't open the door for you.
You didn't close it either.
That is true.
I did.
Well, I opened it back up to go in, and then I was busy letting the spider out.
And you know me, I'm like a sheaf of paper sliding under a door.
I don't know you.
Well, now you do, that I'm a sheaf of paper sliding under a door right when you drop it and making you open the door so you have to go through it and get it.
You're a sheaf of paper?
A sheaf, yes.
Emerthy's family does own property in the city. Has Emerthy actually encountered this man before?
Give me history. With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. So that'd be a 15?
On a 15, you seen your father talking to this man at, like, a function one time, and he's made your dad laugh, which is not very hard for, like, you know how, like, old white men can always make other old white men laugh, no matter what?
Yeah.
It's that. Now, as you know, I'm sure you've seen it on the street, there's this new drug that everyone's loving.
We're not interested.
Whoa, just listen.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Go ahead.
What's he thinking?
You are getting... So the first thing you notice is that in the range, there's a lot more people in range that you'd expect. So there's definitely people outside your walls. You hear like, oh, I'm so hungry. The wall of this tower is really cold on my back, and the mud on my ass is making is really making my
All right, I'm not trying to read their thoughts. Sure, I might sense them, but I'm focusing on this guy.
But that's the general theme. You pick up about 14 people, but this guy, if you point your focus towards him after casting the spell, which, do you have subtle cast?
I do. There's no vocal or somatic component.
Oh, that's right. This guy, you can't get anything from him.
I'm gonna try and probe deeper.
Yeah, you just
Wisdom saving throw.
There's a significant magical block preventing you from using the spell on him.
I'm gonna look at his fingers.
He has 10 rings.
I'm gonna lick his fingers.
Ah! Don't fucking do that, you weird little goblin! And he's gonna kick you like a bad person kicks a dog they don't like.
I'm gonna intercept his foot and then push Sinros away.
I cast sleep again.
Don't fucking call our friend a goblin.
I know plenty of nice Oh, hold on, let me roll this before.
But he's not a goblin.
He passes. He's and he pulls up his sleeve and there's like
Go to sleep, old man. Go to sleep, old man.
Sinros, hold on. Let's let him talk.
All right, there's this new drug called Viper's Venom. I'm sure you've heard of it. Crazy stuff. Makes you see ghosts. I want to pay you to maybe hold on to a supply in your tower.
No.
Have I heard of it before?
Yes. There is.
I know about it.
Viper's Venom is a very dangerous substance, as it's very easy to get addicted to, and you know a few people who have OD'd on it. It almost puts you in like a catatonic state, and during that time you're going on like it's like a force-induced dream state.
As soon as he says the Viper's Venom, I'm starting to get upset. And as soon as he says he wants us to keep some here, I draw my sword and point it at him and say, "You have 10 seconds to leave."
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm just saying, if you're ever in need of a good source of money or a good source of magical items, I'm sure...
The lady's counting down. You should leave.
5.
I've got time. I got 5 seconds. 4, 3. Anyways, just think about it. And he does a little jig and disappears.
He better fucking run fast.
He did not run. He disappeared right before your eyes.
Good. Never touch Viper.
And it's in a puff of smoke, and on the floor there's a very fancy envelope with Sir Huff the Nuff.
An envelope or an emblem?
An envelope with a seal that has HN on it, and written in calligraphy is Sir Huff the Nuff.
I'm gonna guiding bolt the envelope.
And the envelope is gone, burned away.
There's a very intense thunderstorm outside for me, and I am now on a tornado watch.
Oh no.
It's all
anyway,
coming together.
Continue.
You shouldn't have turned him away,
Maybe
you fool.
live in the South, you little moron.
I don't live in the South.
Yeah, you do. You live in Kentucky.
I don't.
He lives in Indiana, which is the opposite of the South. No. Kentucky is barely the South. The only reason why it's the South is there's a lot of white people who are racist.
Yeah, and I also live in Indiana, which is the North.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, Murthy's just gonna go.
You're south of Oregon. You're south.
No.
Then we're all in the South.
Yeah, Murthy's just gonna go. You never touch that shit. Don't be involved with it.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me again.
Anyway,
I'm gonna get back to what I was doing, and I'm gonna continue prestidigitating, just cleaning.
Well, I guess I gotta go get some of my stuff and tell. Oh.
Can one of you clear the next 3 floors and make sure there aren't any bums living in here?
Yeah, I'll go do that.
I mean, I would ask you too, but you look like you're busy squatting.
Uh,
How do your legs hurt at this point? Oh, did you hear
no.
that fucking thunder?
Yeah, so I go clear the floors to make sure we don't got any squatters. Do I find any?
Yeah, you get upstairs, and upstairs there's a double cellar door at the very top of the stairs that you open
You're
up.
cutting
What?
out what?
Damn.
Have you tried getting good, Josh?
It's just my connection's dropping for whatever reason. When you
Have
open
you
up
tried
these,
getting a better connection?
no. When you open up actually I already have, but when you open up these cellar doors that have been put on top of this tower, you see this. I'm trying to think of what this is. The top floor has half walls going all the way around, so it makes a. There's no wall separating the inside and outside, so it's just outside. I don't know how to explain that, but there's a very large roof on top. Gableson roof, I think it's called. No. You get what I mean. It's that fancy cone shape that you see on top of towers.
Yeah.
It's more triangular in shape, though. It's like a hat held up by wooden pillars, and a railing goes along the outside, and you feel the breeze hit you, and you see two older human men playing cards on a crate.
Is it morning, afternoon, or evening?
It's like the morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, sure. Oh, who are you?
One of the new owners of this place.
Ah, damn it.
Yes, we will have to ask you to leave, but I will help you carry anything out that you need that is yours.
No, it's fine. And the old man on your right punches the old man on your left, and he turns to dust. I was just leaving anyways.
What did I just witness?
Josh is hitting us with all the whimsy tricks.
So you said you're the new owner, huh?
Well, one of them, yes.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
The name's Brick. I live here.
Timothy.
So, I guess you're the new landlord, huh?
I mean, we're gonna actually live here, so.
Oh, so roommates.
Oh dear. Like I said, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Well, I pay rent
To who?
to whoever collects the rent.
Sir, you've been scammed.
Look, I pay a copper piece a day to have my bedroll on top of this tower. In exchange, I clean the tower. And pay a copper piece.
That was not very clean.
It's cleaner than when I got here. There was a bunch of bodies.
I'm sorry, there was what?
Bodies.
Cardinal?
Do you kill?
That was by mistake.
Cardinal appears behind this old man and snaps his neck.
I'm sorry. I just found something. They added a new feature. So if you right click a roll that like rolls damage or something, there's now an adjust dice switch you can flip.
Oh, yo!
And you can add or remove dice or even change which dice are rolled.
Oh wow.
Oh, so like if you're enlarged, For example, I don't know why I'd bring that up suddenly. You can just add a D4 to it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Indeed.
Look at them improving this fucking website.
It took them long enough. Anyways.
Yeah, I cleaned out the bodies. You know how those VV users are. They fall asleep wherever they want, and then they fucking die and they start rotting.
Yeah, the previous owner did mention he wanted to stash some of that here, and I told him to leave at sword point. So,
Well, I'm not leaving. You see that? He points to his bedroll, which has like a little divot in the middle. You don't get that. You can't just buy that. You have to lay in that bedroll every day for 2 years for it to get that type of divot. I'm not gonna move it because it's gonna reset my divot.
you say you were cleaning, yes?
Yes. I'm very good at cleaning.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna go talk to my companions. And this was like all the way up top, yeah?
Yeah.
He's the only one I found? Okay.
Is anyone else going up the stairs? Sinrose, are you still in that chair?
Yeah.
I need you to
I
make me
mean,
another
when we
athletics.
walked in, you described the bottom floor as kind of dingy, right?
Yes. Like,
So it was clearly not clean.
Well, if he was removing bodies, so that's something. That's
When-
a useful
when I say dingy, I mean like that musty cellar, like scent. Like there's definitely mold.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of cleaning, is getting rid of that.
It's very true.
And also, like, getting rid of cobwebs in the door, definitely.
for sure. So no one was coming up then, since Cardinal's scrubbing.
I mean, I don't know how long you've been up there, but I've been casting Prestidigitation over and over for however long you've been down there. I'm sure it's pretty clean on the bottom floor now.
Yeah, Cardinal, are you only doing the bottom floor, or have you like made
I'm gonna
your
move up
upstairs?
I'm gonna move up once I'm done.
Yeah, by this time you're already at that cellar door because prestidigitation only takes like 6 seconds each time.
There's one. Probably the only one.
You have a
worth...
bum behind you, and I pull out my gun.
Hold on a second.
Fucking shoot me.
Well, first of all, he's like that. So, I have a proposition for both of you, and I'll tilt my head back towards the old man. He was apparently living here, and I guess paying rent to someone. But he was providing an interesting service. He was cleaning. Not
Murphy, I just spent like 30
I
seconds
know.
cleaning that. That was not a clean room.
It wasn't.
Look,
but
it was, you cleaned it so fast because I had already cleaned up all the bodies.
No, I cleaned it fast because I used magic.
And there was no bodies. You can't magic bodies away.
I actually kind of can.
Can you?
Yes.
You can magic bodies away.
I can magically move them out of the building, yes.
Oh, well, look at Mr. Fancy Pants here, magicking bodies out of the building when I had to drag them and bury them outside the city walls. I might have sold one for fertilizer.
You're acting like you're trying to be all high and mighty or like you have something to prove, but you're...
I don't have to prove nothing to you. I'm talking to her.
You're trespassing
Basically,
right now.
yes, he is. But I have an idea.
I was paying rent before you guys got here. I have tenants' rights.
You don't have any rights, sir. Get out.
I have tenants' rights.
I was gonna say maybe we can keep around the old man who apparently knows how to remove bodies, which may or may not be helpful in the future. Let him.
I
pay
mean,
rent
if
to
he
us.
actually
just
does
wants to
some
live
work,
there,
maybe.
And yes, I was gonna say if he actually cleans the dirt instead of just bodies, then what do you say?
Look, if you're gonna continue working here, we've got to talk about the mildew problem. You can.
I can't clean mildew. I can't clean dirt. I can only clean up bodies, blood, and other bodily fluids.
Well, you can certainly do that if you want to stay here.
It's not easy to get the decomposition juice out of the stonework.
It actually really is.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants over here, able to magic away the decomposition juice like the stuff you find at the bottom of a garbage can.
I prestidigitate piss his pants.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants over here, pissing my pants. Well, two can do that. His pants get significantly more pissed.
Ugh, you are pathetic.
Plus, I mean, he's pretty self-contained up here, right?
I mean,
I don't.
I go to work.
True.
Do you? Where do you
I don't
work?
know.
I work at the tavern. There's a lot of bodily fluids all over that place.
Which tavern?
The maiden's exposed foot.
Yeah, there would be a lot there, yes.
It's that new speakeasy.
Do you have experience? Like, what are you a bartender there?
No, I clean up bodily fluids.
All right, I guess you did say that.
That's kind of my
You have-
specialty, is bodily fluid management.
Do you have any experience bartending?
I have a lot of experience drinking.
Amarthy, why do you want to keep this guy around?
Because I can't bring myself to kick him out.
I'm cute.
Sinros is gonna unzip and piss in the doorway.
You're gonna piss up the stairs? Oh, you mean the downstairs doorway.
No, the doorway to the room that they're in.
So you piss
Why?
up some stairs with, like, open cellar doors.
Why?
Bodily fluids, you say?
Could you stop pissing in my fucking room? I pay rent.
You don't pay us rent, and we're the owners, so you aren't.
How much are
paying
you
rent.
charging for rent now? You're gonna raise my rent all of a sudden? This is a rent-controlled area, I'll have you know.
I don't even think this area is district to rent.
Well, obviously it is, because I'm paying rent.
Or someone is just taking money from you and lying to you.
Yeah, rent.
Murthy, I need you to talk to this man before I kill him.
So is the consensus we want him gone?
I just don't think we need him. I don't know, Sinros, do you have anything you want to add?
I thought he would clean up the pee. But he didn't do that, so we can get rid of him.
Speaking of Cardinal, could you... I'm gonna gesture at...
I'll prove to you I can clean up bodily fluids fast.
Okay.
He goes back over to that crate he was playing cards at with his other old person made of dust. Opens the crate, pulls out the sparkling white towel, throws it over his shoulder, and you notice that everywhere around his shoulder is significantly cleaner now. And he whips up he rolls up the towel and does like that rat tail whip with a wet towel at the piss on the floor. As he's standing in it, and it cleans up the piss from that where it hit, or where it struck the floor, all the way out and up to his pants and cleaning his pants. BAM!
Is it only cleaning the bodily fluids, or is it cleaning everything?
It's the bodily fluids.
Is he magically doing that?
He has not cast any magic.
I don't even need an Arcana check to tell you that's the towel.
Can I inspect the towel?
Now get the
Like, I
fuck
don't
away
need-
from my towel!
I don't need. I just mean like look at it with my eyeballs.
Oh,
Josh.
yeah. Well, when I hear inspect, I think of like someone, like that, I forget what routine it is in the military where they inspect that gun hella close. You know what I'm talking about. Instead, it's a towel, a very stiff towel.
Nah, I'm thinking more of a detective inspect. Where they're not allowed to touch the crime scene.
Yeah, it's an immaculately white, unstained towel that sparkles in the sunlight. And there's a lot of sunlight coming in the hole in the roof.
How much would it cost for that towel and for you to fuck off?
Me and the towel leave?
No.
You didn't have to specify the towel.
No, I mean for us to buy that towel off of you and for you to fuck off.
You're not buying this towel. This is my towel.
What about 30 gold pieces?
My motherfucking towel.
I'll match his 30.
It's still mine. I'm not selling you my towel.
Well, I guess we don't have any use for you then.
Well, fine. But watch what happens. This tower is gonna get full of bodily fluids.
I mean, I'll just clean them.
Oh yeah? Clean this. And he wrings out the towel, and a flood of what can only be described as nasty anything liquid that the body can make starts pouring down the stairs. Oh yeah, I could do this all day.
I shoot him.
Roll to hit.
He's gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
I'm not even gonna try to stop them.
17.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, 26.
That also hits.
Do I get sneak attack?
No, he's definitely not surprised.
Yeah, but
he asked
he
you to
within
shoot
5
him.
feet?
Yes, but so are you.
Okay.
And
4 damage.
Yeah, so
how is it even
Cardinal,
possible for you to do 4 damage? What the hell's wrong with you?
Well,
I got a 1.
Anyway.
Cardinal, how do you kill this man with 4 damage?
I'd shoot him in the neck.
You shoot him in his neck. And Sinros, how do you follow it up?
Shoot him in the belly.
And he stumbles backward all the way to the railing of the balcony and falls over the edge.
Oh, that
Well-
was dramatic.
Kill the other one!
He drops this towel halfway through his stumble, and the towel is still just spewing out this nasty, nasty liquids.
Even while someone's not ringing it?
I'll untwist it and see if that stops it.
It stops it, yeah.
And then I'm gonna start trying to just dip it on the ground where it was spewing.
Yeah,
Doesn't anything.
it's almost like it. If you played a video in reverse, how the fluid is going back up the stairs and into the towel. You have the towel of not so prestidigitation.
Josh, why do you make all your NPCs not fear for their life?
I think it's because I don't value human life.
Jesus Christ.
Not theirs, at least.
They're just pawns in your game, huh?
Yes, you are.
And then you punish us for making them as stubborn as possible.
Oh,
Alright.
But the towel has anything you touch with the towel, as long as the bodily fluid can, you can affect it like if you were to use prestidigitation on it, and whatever fluid that is, as long as it's bodily from some type of creature, is stored within the towel until you wring it.
Well, I think that that guy was quite literally asking for it, so. Sorry, I don't mean to just kill people willy-nilly, but if they're going to be extraordinarily disrespectful and also literally ask for it, I'm going to do it.
Understandable. Wow.
Someone's snoring upstairs, I see.
So the tower is 3 floors?
3 floors and then the balcony area, so a total of 4.
Any divisions of rooms or anything, or?
At every floor is 1 room, and it's like
Okay.
a
So it's a
small
fairly
like
narrow tower.
I'd say like it has a diameter of 30 feet.
So what we're probably going to want to do is maybe like build our own spaces on this land and use this as like a main gathering area type of deal.
I mean, do we own the surrounding land?
Yeah, you
Within
own
our
the
little
whole plot.
wall. Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Yeah.
I'd really like to finish my project before taking that on. But I can see where you're going.
Cleaning, or
Yeah, I'll clean this up.
I wish I could help, but I don't know that spell.
It's fine.
I do.
Oh, we should probably interrupt for a moment and actually go stop by the guild and pick up our new cards. Actually, I'll see
I
if
hate that
they
place.
might let me pick up the cards for you.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you think they'd allow that since you're my party member?
I forget, is it like a token or the actual card?
It's like a card.
Bro.
They might need the old one, so here.
Yeah. Zinrus.
Take it.
Alright. I will go see if they'll let me trade these in.
Yeah, you had
And I'm going to continue cleaning the tower.
in Sunrise. What do you?
I'm gonna get a furniture catalog.
Yeah, funnily enough, there's one inside that man's crate. You take a look.
Nice.
In there, there's like a bottle of bleach, a fashion magazine, and a furniture magazine, and a book on beasts.
That's my beast book now.
Murthy, you go down to the guild hall, and go up to like the consultation counter. It's like they're like oh how can I help you?
Yes, we're going up in rank, and I was wondering if I could do it for my whole party as they are currently busy.
Yeah, let me just see your badges. You have your party members' badges?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna hand them over.
Okay. Oh, gold tier. Do you have their brooches?
Can we say I grabbed the brooches?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That'd be so mean.
Do I need to add brooch to my inventory?
No, it's mostly cosmetics. A thing to remember.
Okay.
Although it is what has the prestidigitation. Not prestidigitation. I just read the word. It has the sending thing for talking to Juniper, though. So if you want.
Okay.
And you see them take each brooch and fasten a silver bead and then a golden bead into its sockets on each brooch, and then take the cards, put them into a slot in their desk, and give you 3 blank golden cards. Here, once you choose a card, doesn't really matter which one. Once you touch it, it'll be registered to you. But then the others won't react to your touch. You gotta get those to your party members.
All right. I will carefully take only one, and then so that one does its thing, and then I'll grab the other 2.
Yeah, you take the one piercing, and you can go on your merry way.
Thank you very much.
You'll have these new cards. Before you leave, one more thing. You now outrank your supervisor, or of equal rank. You'll have a new supervisor assigned to you soon. So just be on the listen. The message will come through your brooch.
All right, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, I just don't want it to startle you. Some things that happen.
And then I will head back.
Yeah, you head back. Is anyone refusing to imprint on their new card?
Sinros.
I'm just gonna hand it
Take
to him.
the
That's
card.
thing.
Yeah. When you take these cards, you take 1 piercing damage, and it writes out all your information as you had registered it before. So it's pretty much identical to your other card, except it's a scintillating gold that pulses.
I think Ethan
When
was
it
going
does
to try
that,
and do something.
when it does that, I'm gonna cast sleep on myself and make it look like it killed me.
Yeah, we can hear you go, bubba, sleep, and then you point at yourself.
And you put yourself to sleep. Yeah, you don't have to roll.
Why did he do that?
Where are you when you do this? Are you like sitting down first, or do you just?
Ending.
Where are you standing?
I'm gonna pick the catalog up off of him.
Yeah, you just collapse to the floor. It's a furniture catalog. It's about 3 years out of date.
Oh,
That probably
thing's
isn't gonna be very
fucking
helpful.
useless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do still need to go tell my family.
What is on the second and third or fourth or the third and fourth floor? Sorry.
Nothing. It's just like arrow slits going out.
Does the tower narrow as it gets taller, or is it?
No, it's a uniform shaft, and then it blossoms
Stop
at the
saying
top.
shaft.
It's a shaft. The shaft is 30 meters, not 30 meters, 30 feet in diameter, and the top floor section is 60 feet in diameter.
Do you guys mind? Well, he's asleep. Do you mind if I take the top?
No, that's fine.
While he's asleep. From the very top of the tower, you can like almost see where people would walk along the top of the outer wall of Morncall. But the back supporting wall of the college it's much taller than the tower, so they're still looking down on you. And for like half of the day, you're in shadow.
All right. What? What? What the fuck is that, Ethan?
What?
Yeah,
Universal joint.
yeah, it's a U joint. What about it? I didn't Dickie's parts. What the?
I think it's supposed to be E and Dicky parts.
Okay then.
What do you want?
You're asleep.
Are we like doing some downtime right now? What's up?
I think we're gonna end the session right there, and we'll pick up next time with downtime, including Emerthy's parents most likely having a meltdown, and whatever else.
She's
Don't
gonna
tell them your address.
She's gonna break someone for emotional support for that one.
Not me.
Not
Nope.
Zinros, so
Come
You're gonna
on.
bring the plug?
hell no.
Man.
Hey, this is a nice new tower you got here, Marty. Maybe I could set up my operations here. Anyways,
Everybody trying to fucking do business out of our new.
because adventurers are never home.
Yeah, but I don't want to fucking get these
Yes,
people
but
on
with
my
the
own.
Bastion system, supposedly we get a bunch of staff somehow as we build our shit, and itself pays for itself. I wonder how that works.
Yeah,
but
it's. I think it's supposed to just like passively assume that money you make adventuring pays for it. I think it's just supposed to eliminate some of the bulk of running a system like that.
yeah.
Well, if all goes well, we'll meet up again next week. Thank you all for coming, and
Do we level up?
yes,
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that.
I was getting to that.
Okay. Sorry, I have to say it. It's
You don't have to say shit.
no, it's tradition. I have to.
Yeah.
Every party has to annoyingly ask their DM if they level up.
Well, I'm going to annoyingly say good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you for DMing.
I am